Hello and welcome to Team Fortress TV with Admirable, Getawhale and Ducky on the camera. We were hoping to jump in here with some talking heads like we had last time on the first playoff game, but my potato internet, my bandwidth is so terrible that it was either a choice between my pixelated face and a robot voice or just, these pure tones you're hearing right now, Getawhale. We made the right decision,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, I was suggesting maybe the robot face and the pixelated voice, but you didn't want to do that either. So we're skipping the cameras. It's not a big deal. We still have our handsome voices here to do it, and we're covering this match today between the Frenchies, Awsomniac and TLR, and it should be a hell of a match. A lot of people looking forward to this one.
Yeah, man, it is going to be explosive. I think a lot of people are favouring the last resort going into this. Obviously, they finished higher in the league standings and they beat Insomniac last time they played. But Insomniac really have a couple of players in that roster that are game changers. There could be upsets if TLR have a bad day. I just want to say as well, before we get underway, that there is a French language stream happening tonight as well on twitch.tv/Motus TV. So if you want to get the full Gallic experience, you can head over and check those guys out. But right now, maybe we should get a little bit into the stats. We've got some technology from Gentleman John. We demonstrated last time for round one of these playoffs. But let's go and take a look at these team sheets, Getawhale. Run me through the rosters. Who do you want to look at first?
Who are we looking at first? Let's look at TLR first. Why not? Why don't I name the TLR people, and then we can talk about that, and then you can do Awsomniac. How does that sound?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it! So, TLR, the last resort. I love looking at this photo. Miralyn, their medic, using the Gabe Newell photo, which is just handsome. Or maybe that's really him, I don't know. Playing, what else do we got? We obviously have Nox, who's going to be playing Pocket. That was maybe the biggest sort of move that they made this season. Heiss, your demo man. We've got Calho is going to roam all over the place, and he's a great roamer. Kyler and Rake, the scouts. That is TLR, and looking at some of the stats, I mean, they're top of their game. You look at some of those KADs, you look at the DPMs. One thing we were talking about in pregame, Admirable, was Calho way up there for KAD, which is a little peculiar for a roamer, because these stats are for all soldiers, pockets, and roamers, and he's 5th and 6th as a roamer, which I think is pretty impressive. 50 air shots.
Yeah, he's playing a really efficient game. I mean, he's got a high ratio there. Like, he dies very infrequently compared to other roamers, and also manages to continue to put out damage and frags. He sort of plays this pussy roamer style. He's a little bit like Gear, and that's probably why Nox finds it so easy to play with him. But I think we had a little update to the stats as well since last time. Obviously, we added the logs from the previous Awsomniac versus Daughter game, but also Gentleman John tweaked it a little bit. We had some people complaining that the stats were a bit misleading because they were covering a complete fixture, which is 2 maps in Europe, but he did average it out to just 1 map, so it's a bit more readable there. You can see that Nox gets on average 25 kills in a map, so that's easier to understand than, say, 50 over 2 maps. But thanks to John for continuing to develop that. And talking about the sort of story of TLR this season, they've had a really turbulent time right from the start of the season. Whenever Heiss had that shoulder injury and he was out of the game for a while, they had Gubbins in for like 1 match, then he got cut and Heiss came back. So dramatic. Then Rising, of course, was their original Pocket. He tried roaming as well at different times, but like it was night and day between Nox in this roster and Rising in that roster. Before then, they were just sort of, they were definitely going to make, or we hoped they would make the playoffs as long as Heiss was in the team. But as soon as they had Heiss and Nox together, they just hit like a whole other level, managing to take 2 maps off Made in Germany, which was like the upset of the season for me.
Oh yeah, and that was a match that you and I guess, did, I believe, back, I don't know, about a month or so ago. But yeah, TLR has been kind of rolling along ever since, and they haven't really. They've had a couple sort of tests, but they've been having an okay time. They haven't found a lot of struggles with this current lineup, have they?
Yeah, they've maybe they were underestimated a little bit by Made in Germany. Nox allowed, or Ips allowed Nox to play at the time. but they are definitely contenders here, and I think they enter this fixture favourites, as I said. Maybe we'll move things along here. As much as I love to look at these stats, let's go and look
Yeah.
at the Awsomniac team sheet. And I can run you through the roster. We got Bull on Medic. I always mispronounce that one, but you know, that's what you're going to get tonight. I'm an Irish swine. We got Tech on Soldier. He's playing the pocket role there. Exxon on Demo. T-Mac as the roamer. And then you got Demil and Flippy as the scout pair there. Flippy snipes often, and so does Rick. We'll take a look at a head-to-head of their stats in a minute.
Yep.
But right now, what's jumping out at you from these stats, Getawhale?
What jumps out at me, I mean, Tech, really impressive numbers just looking at Tech as pocket. I mean, I'm just looking at the first place thing, but I mean, first for KAD, second in DPM, very, very strong. I mean, one of the better pockets. I think that's a big matchup, the pockets, Nox versus Tech. And we talked about, you know, who's going to have the better day. I don't know, man. If Tech has a good day, obviously the backbone of this team is Bull and Tech. If they have a big day, this could go either way, I think.
Yeah, going back to that last time they played the TLR versus Insomniac game in the main season, a lot of their problems seem to stem from the fact that the Ubers went much better for TLR. Maryland probably has the edge on Bull in terms of his sort of medic timing and his ability to get out. Bull got caught a few times. Afterwards, Insomniacs reckoned they just had a bad day, but that was really part of their downfall. The Uber trades, or the Uber versus Uber part of the game, went so much better for TLR. Nox was always in control, and even though Tech is probably like the best deathmatch in Soldier alongside Mike, just if Nox is invulnerable, that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Sort of pattern we see often is Exxon going down, and like we'll go into the head to heads now. I think let's go to the demo man head to head first, if you can, Ducky, and it's Exxon versus Heister, and these two are like quite stylistically different. Exxon loves to go in, or maybe he doesn't love to, but he often finds himself in these situations where he's going to get picked off, and he can do big bursts of damage at short notice, but quite often his poor positioning, relatively speaking to the rest of the Prem players, can mean his team find themselves with a demo man down.
Yeah, I mean, it is a different style. I mean, Heist plays more of a classic pockety sort of style. Heist is a damage machine, and he puts out damage sort of all across the board. Exxon, I think of more so as he's good at selecting picks and going in and being super aggressive and picking out, say, a medic or a pocket or another demo. Whereas, yeah, Heist sort of plays a more classic style. So it is very different. And I don't think these guys are going to change it up anytime soon. I think that's the way they play, and they're going to stick with that. And I mean, it has worked for both of them. And we were talking also, we saw Exxon step it up against Daughter. I mean, we saw all of AWS step it up, but it was mostly on the back of Exxon against Daughter on Gully Wash recently. And so again, if he is on, he can be really on. But Heist obviously is just a damage machine, unbelievable. I don't know how he's only third for DPM, but who knows?
Yeah, like even look at it's 359 DPM against 397, so it's like that's a pretty small difference. Sure, it's a factor, but like I suppose we're sort of splitting hairs here. But Heist, he's sort of taken a back seat since the arrival of Nox. You know, he's just happy to put out a lot of damage. And I think that's reflected in his kill and deaths, or kill per death stats and KA per death. Like he's not actually the guy getting the frags. He's often just putting out the damage and letting his team clean up. I understand the server crash, so I'm gonna reset the STV relay. But let's go to the next head to head. Take a look at how Tech and Nox are matching up there for me, Getawhale.
Yeah. Let me just bring this one up here. Tech and Nox. Just browsing through this humongous amount of information we have here. So looking at Tech, and Nox, they're pretty close in terms of numbers. I mean, looking at this, there's nothing that hugely stands out to me. I mean, you look at the deaths, the damage, the kills, it's all very similar. Slight edge to Tech on damage, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think this will just depend on who has a good day and who has a bad day. I think some of it will depend as well on how the teams are playing around these guys, because all other things equal, they are pretty close.
Yeah, I think it will be close. It'll just come down to more how that medic pocket chemistry works out. Nox gets slated maybe mostly by Ips for playing this pussy pocket style where he will beat out his team a little bit to get the Uber Force, and then he'll come in with the counter. But he makes it easy for himself. I'm not saying he's a terrible soldier, but like if it was an MGE fight, maybe Nox wouldn't be top 3 in the division. But the way he sets the game up around him, he gives himself these edges and these advantages, and they're asking us, are we ready? So let's go and take a look at the roamer and the sniper head-to-heads. Go and check out those roamers. I'm still trying to set up this relay.
Yeah, looking at the roamers right now. So we're looking at T-Mac and we're looking at Callow. When we talked about, you're talking about it all throughout here, how Callow is such big numbers compared to T-Mac. But that's not to say that T-Mac is worse or anything like that. T-Mac is a big bomber, and he's good at going for priority targets, but he maybe throws himself out there and dies a little more often. You can see that kind of reflected in the KAD. But he does have skill, but, I just think this comes down to just dying more often than Callow, who sort of plays maybe a less aggressive style as roamer.
Yeah, Callow loves to run that black box. I'm not sure if he was doing it all season long, but definitely in the most recent games I've seen, he is very often pulling out the black box. And, that's going to affect your damage a little bit. You've got one less rocket in the tank every time you've got to get out of a situation. You're going to have fewer rockets to pop off. And like you say, T-Mac loves to bomb. He's very fast, he's very mobile, and quite often the Awsomniac strategy relies around T-Mac going in, hitting a couple of rockets and hoping that people can follow up on the damage. But that's a gamble, especially if you know it's coming. If he's going to do that 9 times out of 10, you can start to deal with it, even though he hits so many rockets. And if you looked at John's stat article on Vanilla TF2, he had the highest damage per shot. He is connecting these shots, he whips out air shots all the time, but he puts himself in these sort of impossible situations almost too often, whereas Callow, who takes a little bit of a back seat and stays alive more, the opportunities almost come to him rather than having to force it,
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with all that. The black box, that's kind of the play style you have to run, and so it's very different. That's maybe one class where, again, the playstyle very, very different, same as with the demos.
Yeah, let's take a look at our last head-to-head here, because I know the teams are waiting. I have the relay set up again. It should be the same IP address, but bring up those snipers for me, Ducky. This is Flippy versus Rake. This is just their sniper stats here. I should mention as well, the stats from the team page is only for Scout, but this shows how they have performed throughout their entire set of league officials this season so far, and you can see that Rake actually comes out ahead of Flippy in the sort of efficiency stats, but Flippy's putting out more damage there.
Yeah, it's a very close sniper matchup when it comes down to it. Obviously, Flippy is a very prolific sniper and well known as a sniper. A lot of people know that name, but you talked about the article. It talks about how when there's another sniper on the field, it can sometimes be a coin toss. Flippy, maybe not always winning the sniper versus sniper matchups, but when he's maybe the only one, that's it. He rules.
Yeah, the frag stats there, the kills, he's getting 2 more frags on average in a map than Rake, but that doesn't really tell you how long he played. But we won't know until we see it happening live, and then the teams are telling me they want to go live. I'm going to join the STV myself.
They're dying to get going.
I've had enough stats for now.
Who cares about stats? Let's kill things. We're going to kill the things.
We've done our best to try and predict what's going to happen. Now the teams are going to tell us how it's really going to happen.
Yeah, if you guys have preds, let's talk about predictions in the Twitch chat. Get involved here. Tell us who you think's going to take it. Give us some preds and some scores.
We don't even know what the maps are going to be yet, because it's...
we're on Badlands right now. It looks like Badlands might be starting us out.
Could be mind games, they might change it at the last minute. It's their right.
Might be change it to Frontier at the last second. Who knows?
A controversial metalwork switch up, that would be... oh, nobody would want that. But if you
TLR
have just
might not mind it.
This is the ETF2L Season 17 powered by TT Esports Premiership Playoff Round 2. It's the last resort. Your second place team in the main season against Awsomniac, who finished in third. It's losers pick, a best of three. So the highest seeded team, Last Resort, they're going to get to pick this map. It is Badlands right now, but they could change if they want to. But I think you're probably right, as Heist is saying he's going to ready up, and they may even be live right now. Getawhale. I heard one team ready up.
Yeah, we talked about these guys faced each other in the regular season. TLR won pretty convincingly on Granary, but only 3-2 on Snakewater. It was a lot closer on that, and so this should be a thriller. I'm really excited to see how it shakes down.
Indeed, and I'm going to promote as well, guys, that on Saturday we're going to be casting as well. We're streaming the Info Show LAN from Lithuania. It's going to be an 18 tournament, a live event there, and that's going to be happening from 10 in the morning CEST time. I'll put up an event on Teamfortress.tv in the next few days. Might even write a little article about it, but I'm going to bring it up again at the end of the cast. But just while I have you all here and you're a captive audience, make a note in your diary. Saturday, 10 in the morning European time. Be there.
Be there or be square. Be there or be hair.
Be there or be a right-angled rhombus.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously the winner of this match will be going on and be facing the Germans. You know, I would like to see the Frenchies win, because then it's France versus Germany, you know, the eternal struggle.
I'm not... I haven't been following the PCW results, you know, the practice results recently. I don't even know how well or how the teams stack up, because the Made in Germany roster I remember is the one with Ips. I haven't witnessed too many of their performances with Bite and Mike. Maybe somebody in the chat can throw out there and tell me if there is even going to be any contest whatsoever in the grand final, or will it be the new Made in Germany stumping on everybody?
Getting way ahead of ourselves. We're gonna have to fight this one out first, Admirable. Please, you don't have to use your psychic powers just yet. You use them for goodness, not for evil.
Oh, you know, if we knew that it was going to be a terrible grand final, we could give it 110% here right now.
Yeah, we're live though. You want to take us out this first mid, friend?
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch the T-Mac perspective. T-Mac is going to roll out to his own choke. Interesting. Looks like he's going to play defensive at the start of this middle. TLR have opted to come house, so have Awsomniac, and it's Nox who jumps in first. Wants to use his 300 health. Both soldiers focusing down Nox. Callow comes in from below with the black box, but doesn't have the firepower to get any frags, and TLR lose too quickly.
Nox staying alive, and I was very impressed with Nox there, bombing in and coming back out again, and he's still up, but after losing 3 players, that's a mid for Awsomniac. An easy mid, looks like.
That was Awsomniac doing their homework right there. T-Mac never rolls out to choke, never plays defensive, and Nox was trying to jump in and create the space, but they just focused him down. Both soldiers dealing with Nox, and you know, there's a couple of scouts there on the TLR side sitting on tree and waiting for T-Mac, thinking, oh yeah, T-Mac's going to come and bomb from Valley. He didn't come, so they were out of the game while they focused down Nox, and things just got out of hand there. Smart move for the first middle here from Awsomniac. It's going to be an Uber versus Uber battle here as we move on to last Getawhale.
TLR going to take their Uber out, looks like. They're chomping at the bit here, not ready to just wait at last. They kind of want to come out. They came right to lobby immediately. They're not waiting at all. I'm not sure what the plan here is. They're just completely holding in lobby. They have it locked down, obviously, but wow, they don't want to give this up, obviously. I'm looking at Insomniac now to see how they're going to try to break in here. And they're down below. They got, was that a force? The medic running around with no one finally gets Tech. Tech checks last, nothing there. He's just gonna maybe go for it. Tech coming around. Do they know he's there? Oh my god, he's spotted out.
Oh, he kills Rick. Death rocket there, and oh, Calho's gonna clean him up with the black box. But during that initial push there from Awsomniac, they sent 2 scouts straight down main to try and get to last, but Heist and his scouts reacted very quickly to that and cleaned it up. But as we go into what seems to be a pause, wouldn't be high level TF2 without a pause.
Of course,
it seems it's just ended up as a nobody winning here. It's been a back and forth, but nobody emerges victorious just yet.
Yeah, very strange situation there. Bull had his Uber and got out, and I think the TLR just saw him escape and assumed that that was everyone still outside. But Tech was just walking around down by last and figured, hey, why don't I? How about I just go for it? And we almost saw a sneaky soldier cap, which never happens. But here we go, maybe? I keep hearing gunshots, but we're not live yet, still paused.
Yeah, they're teasing us here. A few little unpauses. That's usually the player who got dropped or whatever trying to reconnect to the paused server. And that sort of forward hold from TLR is quite common in Europe. I think it was probably Team Dignitas who invented that one. I'm going to give them credit all those seasons back. But that is one of the ways you can break it. You can try and send players quickly behind them. But Heist read the situation well and dealt with it. Often, the other way teams try and deal with it is just to climb the spire and go in and contest from the balconies and try and create a situation there. But Awsomniac took a bit of a gamble. It didn't pay off, but they haven't really lost much from it. They might be in a difficult position here to defend spire, but I don't really think that TLR look like they're going to take spire either.
No, and I mean, I don't know, Miralyn was down low and couldn't really do anything and had to sort of back out, and I think they're going to make their hold at last here now.
Bull has an uber advantage here because he popped off much earlier than Miralyn. Miralyn milked this significantly, and that leaves him behind, and if he is aware of that, they can sit here, build, and push right on the dot and have a real opportunity. Oh, but as I said, that Heist peaks, drops Bull. Nox had put spam on there and they thought Nox was an easy pick. Bull got caught out by the stickies of Heist. Big drop there, that uber advantage. He dead.
And now TLR need to seal off all the entrances here, but they can come out. Maybe they won't come out. My HUD's still broken, so I can't see who's up and down. But obviously we did see a huge drop of Bull, and that's not good if you're an Insomniac fan. So it looks like now coming through, want to come maybe out through drop down here, perhaps TLR? Still thinking about it and maybe waiting too long now.
One person that drop is good for is the King of Squirrels medic of AO Girl, who has a bet with Bull. The medic who drops most of the season will lose an eyebrow at land, so there you go. That will be news to his ears. There we have the issue that caused the pause. I think there's Rake timing out. So right now, TLR are cap and spire with one scout less, and there's a black dragon! Oh! Flippy,
oh my
Flippy.
Goodness. That's heartbreaking. So first point here going to go to Awsomniac. I don't think that's the start that TLR wanted. They had their Uber forced there real early, and they tried to take the Spire, but it was just really sort of poor timing all around. And so let's see how they answer here now. I think they're maybe shell-shocked after the last mid.
Oh, there's Callow going to jump up from the valley, but he's got that black box missing a rocket. T-Mac has managed to make it into the blue house, but gets immediately focused down. He did buy a window there for his team to get out. They've made it all the way back, and Bull survives. They have Exxon and Teg, so they should be able to put up a little fight on Spire, but they're taking the long route. They are now on balcony trying to do damage, but Heist's rollers are coming over as Soldier of Nox
and they get
jumps
their Uber
up.
forced. And so now they're just running around. Bull is here Ubering his Soldier, but not
air
where you
shot.
want to pop it. Oh! There's an air shot. Yeah, no, so no Uber now on last, and this might be a difficult... We have a little sticky trap set up here by the demo. That's Exxon, but nothing doing on that.
Oh, he gets caught out for nothing there. Trying to get some cheap frags on main, and he leaves his team short-handed on last. There's no stickies on the point. It was probably a bit of a desperation move there, but it's such a gamble. And as soon as Awsomniac had been gifted around there by the disconnect of Rake, TLR come back with a strong answer to make it 1-1, and only 5 minutes played so far, Getawhale.
Yeah, really quick there. We're seeing sort of the TLR we were expecting to see, a really quick round cap. So we are looking at 1-1 now, but looks like we're frozen in time here again.
I hope this is a pause, because there have been those strange situations in the past where STV relay can get a little bit lagged and you end up just with the game appearing on mid
right.
randomly after you think it's a pause. But it seems like there's a little unpause there. I'm going to hope that everything's a-okay, but that's 2 pauses so far in the space of 5 minutes of actual game time.
Wondering if it's connection issues or what. This is just kind of a new school strategy. This is the new sort of mind game. Don't roll out to mid at all.
The pause meta.
Yeah.
Like, how many times can you pause to anger your opponent? I think, the break dropping on that first round definitely mattered because of the situation they were in. They were pushing out from last, and you really do need as many players up as possible because you're trying to cover the last point and cap the Spire at the same time. So it was quite unfortunate timing there. I'm sure TLR were probably smarting a little bit from that one.
Looks like we're live here again, maybe. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 1-1 now. I think that TLR are on their game. They already got their wake-up call. And Rake is so important. Rake does so much DPM. We talked about it, and he's very dangerous to medics. So let's see how both teams play this middle now.
I'm watching. Heist walks out, takes an aggressive start from the house. Initially, Exxon is very defensive on choke here, but Demil gets first blood. Shuts Rake down there, scattergun on scattergun. And there's a 1 HP soldier under the Calho denied, and AWS come out with a strong middle, managing to take out 3 players there on the TLR side for a loss of 0 on their side. Pretty confident, but TLR read it well, managed to get out. They've kept Mirlin alive. He has a little bit of an Uber advantage because he was retreating all that time. They could choose to block here, but it would be a bit of a gamble, a bit of a guesswork involved. And as it looks, they're going to give up Spire, but they will take that forward hold yet again.
Yeah, it was a really interesting mid, actually. Mirror lost both his soldiers. Nox jumped way behind and went down. And now we've got Tech trying to force an Uber out, but nothing going to happen. And both medics are going to reset. And we have Bull just sort of outside here, standing around Spire. And I'm wondering what Awsomniac are going to do and how they're going to... They're cycling around now.
It's AWS who are a player down now. TMAC has disappeared from the server. So effectively, TLR have a free one-man advantage. And I think that is why you saw Nox trying to pressure there. There was somebody down at the same time, but TMAC has just rejoined. This is us restoring the time continuum as the STV delay kicks in. The pause has happened, and now we're going to see a battle on the Spire here. Uber popped off first from Bull. Again, he gets forced down to 30 health. Merlin given an opportunity to milk this one. Nox gets the flash, but chooses to jump the Spire. Shuts Flippy down there, who was trying to contest Calho. Look at TMAC. Comes back into the game as a heavy weapons guy and gets instantly chewed up by 5 or 6 players. Kyler's in behind and Callo's coming from the valley as well. Awsomniacs don't know where to look.
Swarming here, and they're going to try to get this cap on, and Tech does manage to take out one of the scouts, Kyler. But just getting completely bullied out here, and really disappointing Uber for Awsomniac. The Uber was given to Tech the whole time. Oh!
Nox jumps in, but all the way around choke there.
And down goes Callo as well, so again, both soldiers down for TLR.
Nox was real unlucky there. He jumped round from the choke onto the Hunter platform and killed Exxon. He had Bull down to 10 HP, but Bull survived. And now AWS will be able to retake control of mid. Merlin has Uber advantage though, and he knows that he's moving forward here with Heist, trying to get himself in position, but Flippy's sniping.
Go for the med. T-Mac wanted that medic, but did not get it. But Heist does go down, and so that's a body shot by Flippy now, who's up as sniper. Only sniper who's up, and so he might have a good time with that. We'll see how it plays out. Just kind of trying to hold this corner right now. About to get their Uber, and I'm wondering... Yeah, I mean, Bull gets it just in time. And just try to... And we have the jump in now from Blue, who's going to try to take this, but Meta has to get out, and they're going to retreat. Going to try to go through house, though, the whole team.
Yeah, it's a good idea, because they know Flippy is playing sniper right now, so that's... Maybe one less scout that you might expect to see around race up. Oh, look at Nox gets launched forward. Nox is right behind Flippy. He doesn't even see him. Kills him with the escape plan. And then goes to pick up the med pack. So he actually managed to make it work despite getting launched for miles there. He eventually gets cleaned up by T-Mac. But Flippy's going to be like, what the fuck, guys? I just got meleeed by a soldier. Please call this.
I got meleeed. And yeah, there was some interesting work on the flank there, but now we've got a cap going down for red. It's going to be Insomniac getting this cap, and they're going to have a pretty small Uber advantage, actually. We're going to have both Ubers in time for this encounter. Looks like now Insomniac thinking of doing the same thing, of coming in through house. There's nothing really on the flank. There's no flank presence at all. TLR, finally, Rake comes out and is going to call them out, but there was nothing on flank at all, and in walks AWS.
Oh, T-Mac goes in, gets the force, and gets Kyler very weak, doesn't get the frag. Heist went down there to Flippy, who wasn't paying attention. Now the later Uber comes in for Bull, they've managed to work this Uber situation quite nicely, but they haven't managed to pick up too many frags as a result. Now the main fight is going to happen here, Getawhale.
Bull came around the corner, they came right through flank, up kind of behind everything, and now they're bullied back out again. They didn't really do anything with it. So we're going to reset here again and have just about equal Ubers. I'm really surprised, though, that there was no flank presence by TLR. Kyler now up on flank.
Yeah, Kyler was pretty weak, having sucked up a few rockets from T-Mac there, but that was a big opportunity for AWS coming in from behind with that charge. I'm not sure exactly. I wasn't watching the tech perspective. I don't know why they didn't manage to make it work, but having it Ubered a bit later, that means Mirren has his Uber slightly earlier, and they're going to leave with that. Nox thinks he has a significant advantage, but Bull's been building and pops off to save his entire team here. How many TLR players can they get off this? They've already got Nox. Mirren's going to go down. Exxon goes huge.
And down goes Heist, call that a triple, and AWS, they have to move now, and they're smart. We saw it on that previous flank play that they are really picking up on these numbers advantages and picking their spots, but they've got, look at this, they've got to act. They took down everyone. I mean, that's a staggered wipe, but they're real hurt now moving into Spire, and I'm wondering if it'll work against them. Nox is up now. They're going to get this cap, and they're going to heal up, but my goodness. They did sort of wait before they got in there.
Let's see if TLR can do the impossible. We're going to jump into their team comms right now and see what they're thinking.
Try it again.
I go left.
I play aggressive top, someone main with me.
I am.
It's gonna be hard.
Leave it.
Scout left.
Get back, Merlin.
With the corner. 2 scouts left. Get back, Rick.
Point soldier,
One is
point
weak.
soldier.
Point.
4 scouts still bottom left. Soldier low on point.
He's still up top, demo up top.
Scout coming in bottom left, need help. Nice. Scout weak, bottom left going point.
I'm ready
Top
low.
left probably.
I'm ready low. I still no point. Still no point. I'm ready low.
We're spawning in.
Coming left side.
Don't know where the scout went.
He's not lobby somewhere.
Wow, for me right there,
God.
crucial player in that whole play was Kyler. He was the guy who blocked the point, threw his body on the line.
Yeah.
Sure, everybody else got the frags, but if Kyler hadn't taken the initiative there and stepped in the point, that was an Awsomniac cap. But TLR hold on against the Uber advantage. Impressive.
Gonna have a heart attack here, Admirable. That was big. The Mirlin cap standing on the point, and Exxon popped up inside the point. That was a bit of a thrill of an encounter, but we're gonna maybe have another one here. We have a spy on the field. It's D-Mool, but he gets taken out, so much for that. And so right now, about a 20% Uber advantage for AWS, but here comes TLR.
Yeah,
They're going to get on this Spire and just kind of rain down. The Uber's going to come on top, and let's see if they can get something off of this Uber. Tech does... He got Heist on that jump, so, I mean, that works, but... Look at this.
Oh, there's the back cap. Flippy sneaks in behind. Missed that one myself right until I saw it flash up on the screen, but Tech was getting destroyed there. He did get that demo man pick though, but he bought the time for Flippy to get in, and AWS with a back cap take a 1 round lead here, 2-1 as we go to the 4th middle. 17 minutes remaining on the clock here, Getawhale.
I'm watching Nox this mid because I think Nox has got to... I think he has to stay alive on this mid. He's been doing all right on these mids, but I think he has to... Well, I don't know. I mean, we've got to see what'll happen here. It's going to be it's 2-1 right now, and that's not what TLR wants. He's in his shithouse right now. Nox going to jump over and go for a scout, but he's not... I don't know, not taking out anyone. It's only Heist down now for TLR. Hello with that black box going to make a shot.
Nox jumps into a bunch of red players there, and this game has suddenly swung in favour of TLR, but as I say that... Oh, it turns into 3-on-3, then down goes T-Mac, and... I thought for a second there, AWS were looking good. Mirlin went down.
We've got no Mirlin, so we've got a full Uber advantage, although only 2 players up, Flippy and Bool for AWS.
I'm glad you were paying attention, because I would have missed that one. There comes an Uber from Bull, free Uber. Mirlin has just respawned, so even after this Uber fades, it's going to be an equal Uber fight. Uber used to block middle, and they should know that there's a lot of weak players here. Look at the health on TLR. If AWS just go for it right now, they could beast it. Heist hasn't even got stickies set up and choked, but looks like they're not too confident about that. They do have a 1-man advantage, and they do want to push it. T-Mac is trading damage here in the house. Tech's there as well. Both soldiers are going balcony. Looks like they want to jump in. In the created space.
They don't get the medic. That was I love the way they played that, though. They had the X on the demo just kind of standing there in choke, pretending that was where the push was, and in came the soldiers, but they do keep their important players up for the most part. TLR, they keep their demo, their medic. They still have their Uber up soon. But we're going to have another encounter here at Spire, and we saw what happened last time there was an Uber encounter at Spire. There was a sneaky cap in behind. I don't think it'll happen here, though.
Ooh, Flippy.
Look at that air shot. Big picks on Heist, and we're going to chase them right in here, and this could be bad for TLR, although they're not going to chase.
Yeah, I mean, Heist is sort of the defensive master in this team. He's the guy who often controls the pace of these engagements. With no demo man up for a few seconds there, it was a fairly easy take of Spire in what was an Uber versus Uber battle, and now they've managed to make their way into lobby. But now TLR are just going to step out here, despite being a man down themselves. They just walk forward into lobby. They've been backcapped previously, but they don't seem too scared about it. But they should be, because Demul has gotten onto the balcony. He's not going for the backcap though. He's going to focus down Heist. Exxon picks up the frag with a pipe, but that was all Demul with the distraction. Now Calhoun cleans him up with the black box, and what was turning into a bit of crazy aggression there from TLR has been shut down from Awsomniac. Exxon getting a little bit far forward there, but beats out the pyro of Rake.
Flippy came down to his little office, as I'll call it, on the right side of last and took out Callow by himself. And now he's going to go for the point. Flippy is dying for it, and I'm finding Tech is really aggressive as well.
Tech's in the tube right now. Nobody realizes Tech is there. He drops onto the point.
Oh my lord, and we're looking at 3-1 for Insomniac on this Badlands map. Admirable, what's going on here?
Insomniac are just playing out of their skins today. Heist seems to be the target they're going for. He's been gone down in a lot of these open plays, and more power to their elbow. This is the TLR map pick, and Awsomniac are delivering an upset here.
TLR all going Valley now. They're trying something different, but T-Mac's going to come in and ruin Maryland's day. T-Mac with a real early pick on Maryland, and now it's up to Bull to stay alive here.
His team aren't somewhere where he can heal them easily without the sort of fear of death. All they really need to do was sort of back up for a second, regroup, maybe get buffs on choke and use the fact that they had the heal advantage, but they didn't manage to position themselves in a way where Bull could deliver those heals without putting himself at risk. He has survived, but they've basically sacrificed the point for an Uber advantage, and that's not always it's not like a clear advantage there. It's like a coin toss. Would I rather have Uber or would I rather have the point?
Yeah, and I mean, TLR now getting ready for the push to come in. They know they're at a big disadvantage. Heist sticking up the train car and the door. I'm wondering on these mids, is TLR just going to be mixing it up now every single encounter, because I think they're just trying to find the formula that works. But here we go now, and going to hold on to the Uber as long as he can as Bull still hasn't popped. Flippy is up as Sniper and took out Nox.
Oh, there's two players behind here, and Maryland is at 80% Uber. They are starting a back cap, and Bull gets forced, and that's going to mean there's less people to cap middle, and Flippy turns around.
No.
They don't deny the back cap. Kylo gets it.
Heist is chasing the medic now. Bull's going to go down. That's it for Bull. And
Kylo's going last. Oh, shut down by Demul though.
Team
and
Bull,
that back cap just opened Awsomniac up altogether. I think they must have known they were behind, because a few players turned around, but they got caught in two minds there. They were trying to cap middle and block the back cap at the same time. They actually got forced, and then to add insult to injury, they died way after the Uber. Now Maryland has a massive advantage, so huge plays there by Calho, and I think it was Kyler on the back cap, right?
Yeah, Heist was the one who took out the medic Bull, and so D-Mul is up as Pyro. We have a Heavy as well, and here we go. This could be important here. D-Mul goes down right away. We have the Uber still up now, and TLR needs this last cap. They have to pull this off. They're down 2 rounds.
It's
and
all
they're
on
cleaning up, and look at this.
Exxon in the tube. Exxon in the tube. You know he's there. He gets 2 scouts. Now drops on to the point. Heist just has the heals, and he's going to be able to tank that one with the Maryland helping him out there.
Exxon almost pulled it off there, but a little pain train kill seals it. We're looking at 3-2 now. TLR getting back close, and they want to pull even here to 3-3. And again, I'm going to be watching how TLR run this mid, because I get the feeling they're trying to mix it up, and they're not going to go Valley this time. Well, they are going to go Valley. They had Heist up top, and Heist is going to have to put out a lot of damage here on this mid. They want to win this mid, but they want to seeing the same thing as me there, actually, as we see T-Mac now 3 down for Awsomniac. And again, TLR winning this mid, but what I wanted to say is they need to follow up now on this. We've seen them win a couple mids and then sort of lose too many players.
It's going to be a white. Bull managed to make it as far as lobby, but he's getting focused down by Rick here. Rick reloads the pistol. He didn't get the medic pick. Bull manages to give him the slip. He has gone back to the balcony. He's given up pursuit of that medic. Bull will get his Uber there. Rick sort of dropping the ball, and they haven't even capped Spire yet. They only just started, and as the Uber trade comes in,
TLR just walks right in, forgetting about Spire maybe. And now we're fighting it out in lobby here, and we've got
Flippy's
one scout.
walking it as well.
Oh! down goes Nox there, and Calho going down too. And again, the fight breaking down here, getting real scrappy.
Kyler beasts kills Flippy, who was blocking a back cap, then goes and drops the mill. He dies himself, but really denied that attempted block of Spire there.
Oh my god, Miralin juking and jiving. Are you seeing this on Oh, finally goes down, but he was breaking out his best juke. I don't know, something, but he goes down now. A medic known for his survivability, dying there. So now TLR is still trying to hold here aggressively, as they're known to do, but no medic, no heals.
Yeah, that was probably not a good trade. They traded 3 players there for a medic pick, including their own medic.
Look at
and
this,
now
they're
they are
getting the cap
struggling
on.
to hold on to
Look
life.
at this! My goodness.
Exxon jumping in there was totally unnecessary. Sure, he killed the medic, but he's the demo man. He needs to survive.
We're looking at 3-3 now, and we've got about 9 minutes from my watch left on this map. And suddenly now the TLR team picking up steam.
Yeah, it looks like TLR want to do the same thing again. They're going to roll out Valley, but come up their own slope. Nox jumps up, but T-Mac hasn't died early this time. And Rake is actually first to go down. Eats a pipe of eggs on Kyler onto Demul as Flippy finds Calho, but TLR are letting this middle slip out of their hands.
Flippy picked out Miralin.
And another...
We've got 2 players left up for TLR.
3k for Flippy on that mid. Demul got one as well, I think. Oh, the heist turns the house into a meat grinder with a little help from Nox. Picks up 3 frags, including Bull. So even though Merlin died, he's going to spawn and have an Uber advantage here. Wow.
This is a classic tie game situation here, just turning into a bloodbath. And for everything we say about Flippy on Sniper, my god, sometimes we forget how skilled of a scout he can be. Got the huge medic pick, and you said it was a 3k on that mid encounter. My god. My god, man. What are you doing, Flippy?
Mother of God.
Yeah. Keep that guy on scout all the time, my lord.
Oh, as you say that, he does spawn Sniper, but Bull has just managed to hook up with his team here, and as he starts healing, he's at a 40% Uber disadvantage. In comes a lot of spam there from TLR. They are forced to retreat. Bull has not even got a target to heal right now. He's started to build again, but Miralin is going to have a significant advantage. Flippy with the headshot onto Rick. That's giving away the fact there is a sniper here. The high value target they need to get is Miralin. They either need the early Uber or a drop from the Latvian medic.
Or a
pause.
My lord. So it's the action is heating up right now. We're getting real intense as both of these teams know that we're coming to the end here, and I don't know, they don't want it to end 3-3. And we've seen a lot of action. I think a lot of it is Miralin, and Miralin's a medic who's so known for his aggressive positioning and, you know, just getting right in there, but at the same time he has good survivability. But I mean, I've seen this TLR team playing real aggressive here now that they've fallen behind. Bringing it back to 3-3 now.
Yeah, we've seen the players dropping a couple of times already this map, and maybe it could be one of those decisive drops that changes the outcome of a round. And at this stage of the game, with like 7 minutes left and 0 rounds separating the teams, that sort of thing could be detrimental to your chances of making it to the grand final, which will be happening sometime next week, as yet unconfirmed. But if you have just joined us here and you're wondering what the hell's going on, this is the top level European Team Fortress 2. It's the ETF2L Season 17, powered by TT Esports Premiership Playoffs Round 2. These are the number 2 and number 3 teams in Europe going at it for the right to play the number 1 team. You got the Last Resort here playing in blue, and Awsomniac representing France and playing in red. Right now it's 3-3. It's been an intense game so far. I saw a little unpause there. 7 minutes left on the clock in this first map of a best of 3. It's still anybody's game here, Getawhale.
Yeah, and we talked about it that whoever pulls this one out is going to go and face Made in Germany. They're going to be guaranteeing themselves at least 300 euros and some TT esports gaming mice. Those are on the line as well. That's something.
Shout out to our sponsors, TT Esports. Send them a tweet. Show them some love. I'm glad that somebody knows that Team Fortress 2 is esports.
Right. Send them a tweet. Of course, TT Esports stands for tweet, as we all know. So go send them a tweet. That is not true.
I don't know what a thermal tech, that's what it stands for. It used to be, I remember.
Not tweet, as we all know. But they do have a Twitter account, so you should tweet at them. Are we live again?
We're back in the game,
all
baby. Tell me what's happening.
Aside. So we're looking at the floating guys, and Exxon, I mean, this is his office now. He's up inside the point again. How many times can he do this before he realizes that they're expecting it? Exxon's just up, and he gets his stickies blown away, but he's still up there. And he gets a pick, he gets Rake. How is he still allowed to do this? Exxon just standing up there.
Oh, Exxon.
We've got the spy up. Flippy's up as spy still. He'll probably yeah, there he goes. He's scout now. So
I was doing the tactical retry there to get rid of the HUD bug, so I was counting on you there to give me the Look at Kyler on spy as well, actually.
Yeah, Kyler gonna come in. Is he gonna try a little sneaky? He can't do the sneak because the spire cap's gonna go down. He tries to face stab. Oh, the face stab, but then finishes tech off with the revolver, and you know, spies can kill things too.
Who's missing on the server right now? It looks like Demul has timed out. So AWS, a man down here as they retake Spire. Rake coming in behind. On to Bull. He's gone down to 13 health. Bull whips out the crossbow and puts a syringe between the eyes of Rake. And still TLR haven't capped the Spire, but they're trying to pressure into lobby. They knew that medic was weak. They heard that blood-curdling cry from Rake as he sucked out. Medic weak, guys!
Yeah, absolutely. Some people are calling out saying that Phil taught Exxon. I don't know about that, but we're fighting it out here. Demul is back in action. Back in action. I don't know. I mean, is Exxon going to get up in his little spot here? We have all the way Pyro as well. Flippy going Pyro. And Exxon just living in this little cave. Oh! They get Flippy. But that's about it on the crits, and now are we going to see this Uber come right back in? We've got the scouting causing trouble, Heist trying to cause damage. They force the Uber finally, and Heist's going to get out of there. They pick out Nox, who goes down.
Rake is bottom left. Oh, T-Mac gets the jump on Rake. Actually, I thought Rake was going to backstab him there with the scattergun, but Flippy went absolutely huge on that crits denied. They didn't have Uber. If Flippy hadn't been there with the Pyro, Tech and Bull were about to get destroyed. Wow, clutch pyro reflex there.
Clutch pyro reflex, that certainly is a thing that exists. And now we're going to have a crit watch again because they just got crits. And are they going to... What's their strategy? They hand off to the demo. They get Exxon, who goes down, not to the crits, but just to Calho just for free. I don't know about this crits decision. They haven't really done much with it. They're going to keep those sticks out there, but you can't do that for long.
T-Mike's in behind! Gets the drop onto Merlin. Couple of rockets going to send him to the spawn queue, and there's a cap on middle. Need to get something on the point right now.
Oh my god, and we have Tech now. They've got to challenge this last. Tech is there. Oh, but Bull's at 20. Oh my god. TLR might cap this last. Rake has to contend with another scout here, and oh my god. So Rake takes out D-Mole, and he's going to go for it, maybe?
What's Bull doing?
Look
Bull
at
had
this!
an opportunity. Bull's in spawn, he could have changed his hat. He could have changed his hat. But he says, I'm a gentleman, I don't do that. I'm going to run all the way from spawn into main and try and run down. But Rake was there and he got called. That was ridiculous. Does that bug not work anymore?
I don't know. Rake going to wait for his team now, and we're going to maybe have a bit of an even encounter here at last. Rake needs to heal up right now. We're looking at... It's not crits anymore, it's Uber v Uber, so... It's still going to be a huge advantage to TLR, but my god, how's this going to play out? Pyro? Now the Pyro switched back off. Merlin about to get it. Merlin's at 98.
3 minutes, 40 seconds left. And
they pop it in lobby here, they take out Bull right away, and I think they're going to walk it right in here.
They already have 2 frags,
They've got to rush this last because we got a Spire Cap going down. And Exxon's still there. Exxon, oh, here we go. They've got to stack this. The needles are out.
Demul's jumping. Oh, but they blocked the Spire as well. It's a total wipe.
3
they
minutes.
Had all the bases covered.
3 minutes and 16 seconds left. And if you're a fan of TLR, you might be saying TLR 316. Look it up in the Bible. They're going to roll out to mid here, and they're going to hope to hold on to this. But a lot can happen in 3 minutes, Admirable.
Yeah, how does this affect the team's psyche on middle? Do AWS want to go balls out aggressive here and try and get a quick round in the board, or are they confident that they can get around in the full 3 minutes remaining? Nox is going to jump in, forces Bull back in, nobody protects him, and Nox gets the medic pick. But Nox and Rake go down, so it's man advantage here. Another goes down for TLR as well. Merlin is running, Merlin might get bombed here. They want
to chase TLR, oh my lord, and he's somehow up. I don't know how long this will last. Merlin given his last rites at the hospital, he's going to make it
Demille's
out.
still chasing him. Demille's trying to find him. He sees the med pack's gone in lobby, but he realizes the spawns have come in. They do get middle, but Mirlin with the jukes there survives the onslaught.
Whew, okay, so we're Mirlin now is here with his soldier. We're going to try to challenge this Spire, but I think AWS, so they maybe... I mean, they know they got to finish this up quickly. We got 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Mirlin has an Uber. He has one, for now.
Will
What are
they
they
park
going to
the
do? Maybe
bus? Or
come
will
through
they
house
push?
here? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, park the bus might be a strat. It doesn't look like they're content, though, to just park it. They're here in house. I don't think they want to act first, but I don't think they're going to just lay down here.
I think they're debating it out right now. They're like, can we find any cheap picks in the house? No. Then they're talking themselves out of it, you know. They had the big Uber advantage and they debated it too long, and now they're like, maybe we've lost it. They still have the advantage, but
85% Uber for Awsomniac.
they've chosen to turtle. It could come back to bite them in the ass. Right now both teams have Uber, and there's going to be a trade, I feel. Maybe around the Hunter area. Nox is peeked and sees them going house, so he can call that they're coming from that resub side. And now he's going to go in. He wants to take the Uber in on his own and challenge Tech directly. And it looks like that's what's going to happen as both soldiers eat direct rockets. Bull pops early. He's always popping that few seconds earlier onto Tech. And now
Tech
Mirlin has
hung
an
out to
opportunity to clean
dry.
up.
Tech is still up. He's going to grab the pack, I think, but... Oh, a little fight now in-house, and he misses his shots. And Tech going down to Nox, who gets the better of that one. Nox still up now, a full wipe for Insomniac, and so a lot of pressure was on their backs there. It was up to them to make it happen. They did not make it happen, and we're looking at 45 seconds now. I think we're going to call it on this map.
I mean, and you might think it's much, but that 1 second earlier Uber from Bull, that's
A big
costing them
deal.
there. Because as soon as they know the Uber's bad, their combo turns around and leaves, and Nox is like, what am I going to do now? Just go and kill your flank. And like, Bull needs to have more faith, or like take a bit more of a gamble. Tech wasn't going to die in that situation. He could have waited. I know what it's like. I Uber people too early all the time, or just let them die. But there's a fine line somewhere, and Mirlin dances all over it.
Yeah, that mid-cap went down from AWS, but it's going to be too late, unfortunately, as we've got less than 10 seconds to go. And it looks like they will be the team pick in the next map.
Yeah, and I must apologise that we didn't use the team comms too liberally in this first map, but there's a lot of pauses there. And the action was pretty exciting, but we'll try and bring that in more for map 2 and hopefully map 3. But let's go and take a look at the logs. Getawhale.
Yeah, maybe we'll just do team comms just for the pauses alone, and we can get an idea of what teams talk about during pauses. I'm sort of joking, but I'm sort of not on that. I think the pauses play a big role here.
We're not allowed to look. There was always a gentleman's agreement that we would never listen to team comms during a pause or after a round, or in, whenever they might actually be talking about strategy, because that would be giving something away. Can't do that.
It would, yeah. If maybe Made in Germany's watching this one and they're trying to scout out who their opponent's going to be. It could be either of these teams.
Yeah, well, it was actually Ibs who was very vocal about that, so don't know how that's going to work. Looking at the logs right now, though, Exxon top damage and 370 damage per minute, a total of 12,725. Edging out Heist there. Tech out damaging Nox only very slightly, though. There was a difference of 1 damage per minute. But if you want to look at kills and assists per death, or even just look at damage straight up, the scouts of AWS not really delivering. They,
well, I mean, look at Kyler is what I'm noticing. Second for frags.
Top
My
on
Lord.
kills and assists per death as well. He played a great game, actually, looking at that.
Kyler is playing his last game for a while. That's something we didn't mention. Kyler going on some sort of, I don't know, becoming a monk and living up in, I don't know, Thailand or something like that? Going away forever? No.
Both roamers as well, not really picking up fairly impressive stats. T-Mac put out a lot of damage, significantly more than Calho with his black box. But when you look at their sort of kill-death ratio and kills and assists, T-Mac 13 frags for 26 deaths and Calho 13 for 18. Not really that much more impressive considering the damage he put out. Sort of non-entities at large parts of that game, but I have to give credit to Kyler. Yeah, big game.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of sniper kills actually as well. Flippy made a bit of a difference on sniper. He picked up 5 kills as sniper. Looking at the heal stats, they're pretty even. There's not a whole lot to kind of glean from the second half of those stats there. But yeah, fantastic work by some of those TLR players, especially Kyler, who sort of